I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this. An urgent alert this afternoon. Spokane County deputies and rescue workers are searching for a missing hiker near Liberty Lake. Scott Flowers was last seen leaving his home to go on a hike at the Liberty Lake Regional Park. He was last seen wearing jeans, a sweatshirt, a Mariner baseball hat, and a red backpack. Anyone with any information, anyone who's maybe seen Flowers hiking yesterday, you're urged to call Crime Check. That number is at the bottom of your screen. 1 minute past noon right now as we head outside to Thomas Patrick. He is standing by on this really sunny, beautiful afternoon.
It is absolutely wonderful out here, Laura, but that sun is shining so hard on the back of my head. I think that's going to be the indication that today,
you better have sunscreen on, mister.
God, listen, it's not the old dome just yet. Might be in a couple decades, but we'll see. But yeah, it is going to be, that's the indication of how warm it is absolutely out here. We just got to 72 degrees and it's the noon hour in Spokane. Look at this, 78 correlated already 81 degrees in Deer Park. There are regions near Colville towards Spirit Lake that could very well be in the 90s today just because of a little bit of extra thermal heating in that area. There's your expected high temperature, 89 degrees in Colville, 88 out of Deer Park. Those will be the warmest spots. Hottest spots, I should say, but 85, that will be a record high for Spokane. Our record sits at 82 for today, and it's all sunshine out here. That's right, sing it, Mr. Sparrow in the back there. But we will be checking in on some thunderstorm chances once again for this evening, so more on that in just a couple minutes.
Thomas, thank you. This afternoon, Spokane police are looking for someone who shot at two drivers on Spokane South Hill. Happened yesterday at 29th and Ivory Street in the afternoon. According to Spokane police, two different people called 911 to report they were shot at while they were driving within a minute of each other. One person had to be taken to the hospital and they are expected to survive. Anyone with information, you're urged to call Crime Check. That number, that's at the bottom of your screen, 509-456-2233. And former Spokane County Sheriff Deputy Craig Chamberlain has died, and his family confirms that he passed away on Sunday night. Chamberlain served with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office for about 2 decades. He entered the race for sheriff in 2022, but withdrew. There was some controversy. Former Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich fired Chamberlain after an investigation into his conduct. Chamberlain claimed the firing was politically motivated and related to his plan to run for sheriff. The family says they are in shock and did not share any further details about his death.
Is just take a deep breath and just look around just for a minute. Just look around. If that didn't bring chills to your arms, I don't know what will. So thank you for being here.
It was certainly an emotional night in Cheney as hundreds of people gathered to remember Braden Brame. He's the high school student who died last week following an accident in gym class, and people gathered at Crunk Sports Complex in Cheney to honor his life. The Cheney Fire Department says Braden was impaled when he fell onto a goalpost during gym class. He was brought to Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, but doctors were unable to save him. Those who came to the vigil were wearing Braden's favorite color, blue, and his soccer jersey, number 7.
Braden was a really sweet guy, and everyone who knew him was incredibly blessed.
This kind of a kid doesn't come along that often, and it shows a lot about these two people standing right up here and what they did to raise this young man.
Braden's family created a GoFundMe to help pay for funeral costs and so far raised almost $30,000. The family says the leftover money will be used to create a youth fishing program in honor of Braden. For a link to the GoFundMe, you can head to our website. We've posted it there on KREM.com. Also developing this afternoon, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson announcing an exploratory campaign for Washington governor. The announcement is not the same as officially running for governor. However, it does allow candidates to start raising money and hire staff. And current Washington Governor Jay Inslee announcing he will not run for re-election in next year's election. Our Nicole Hernandez is in the newsroom with more on what we have heard about the governor's decision.
So Governor Inslee says he's proud of his time as governor and the issues he fought for in his last 10 years as governor. He says even though he isn't looking to be governor again, he won't be retiring altogether.
I feel very energized every day when I go to work. I feel just as much energy today as I did in the first day. But I do think there's a season, to everything there's a season. And the season right now, I think, is having a first term maybe more important than having a fourth term.
In the last decade, Governor Inslee has passed environmental legislation, family leave benefit programs, COVID-19 policies that he says saved lives, and most recently, the ban on assault rifle sales. Governor Inslee did not say exactly what his plans are next, but before then, the governor still has a year and a half in office. He says he's going to take the time to get as much done as he can. Our sister station in Seattle talked to a political analyst and former governor, Gary Locke. Locke says since Inslee isn't looking to be reelected, he could be more outspoken for the next year and a half. One thing we know on the agenda, passing a drug possession law. Inslee said he should be announcing today plans to bring lawmakers in for a special session this month. Governor Inslee has not said who he will endorse in the 2024 election quite yet. Political experts have been talking about potentially Attorney General Bob Ferguson or Public Lands Commissioner Hillary Franz running next. And on the Republican side of the race, they say running against an open seat will be easier than the past few elections against the incumbent Governor Inslee. In the newsroom, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.